Welcome to BBC World News. I'm Komla Dumont.
And I'm Sally BUNDOCK. Here are the headlines. Also in World Business Report, the man who negotiated Greece's first bailout tells the BBC the country needs more support from international lenders.
But we start in Brazil, where David Miranda, the man held under controversial anti-terror legislation for 9 hours in London, has told the BBC he felt very threatened during his detention. People on tenterhooks, but not Sally. Good morning.
Good morning. Lovely to see you, Komla. Yes, everyone will be hanging on his every word as ever. We've got share prices, international borrowing costs, and the currency in people's pockets have all been on a roller coaster ride in recent weeks. And the reason, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke, a familiar sight behind me on this programme, I have to say. And we're also discussing Greece. It will need a third international rescue, not just according to Germany's finance minister. The country's former finance minister does agree. That's George Papakonstantinou, who negotiated Greece's first bailout with the so-called Troika. That's, of course, the European Union, the International Monetary Fund and European Central Bank. Now, he is still vilified in his own country for the terms he agreed in that first deal. But he's told the BBC's Hard Talk he believes Greece will need better terms if it is to get out of its current financial hole. So we'll be assessing that and all the other business stories, of which there are plenty. Promises is a packed show. So if you can, join me in about 15 minutes.
It's great to see you, Sally. Look forward to it. Thanks very much. And as you can see from this pile on our desk, It's time for the newspaper review. Sally, let's take a look at the story.
It's a very scary thought.
Our guest this morning, Virginie Mizanov, Head of Global and International Equities at Schroders. Welcome. It's good to have you on the program.
Virginie.
Let's start with this story that is creating quite a debate here in the UK and now apparently across the Atlantic as well. In Brazil, the detention of this partner of the Guardian journalist. The government says it is an appropriate use of anti-terror laws. Obviously, the Guardian and the man in question dispute that. What are your thoughts?
Now let's have a look at Gulf News. This is quite an interesting one. India rolling out a major project to feed 800 million. The Indian government just cannot afford to do this. Many are arguing the poor need this essential help.
Yeah, and I mean, the article talks about 75% of the rural population.
Virginie, isn't that really the center of the
Financial Times? They look at some of the biggest companies in India at the moment.
Quite leveraged,
and all of them together have got over $100 billion worth of debts at the moment. I mean, there's quite scary statistics as far as the Indian economy is concerned.
But of course,
he's listening, and let's look at Le Figaro now, talking of sort of fiscal and economic measures to try and
concedes that collecting more taxes isn't going to solve the economic problem. But then there's also this commitment to reducing unemployment, but the how part seems to be missing. Difficult for President Hollande, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Now, if you don't mind, should we skip over the Fed one in the International Herald Tribune, just because we've talked a lot about it, and we talked about the emerging economies and the effect on it. But International Herald Tribune focusing on the Fed, as many papers are. But the Independent and the Financial Times and other business pages today, well, you can see that headline, slavery in the city.
Yeah, I know. And there's two sides to it. There's clearly the desire to succeed, but there's also the pulse on your own health.
Would you argue, because these young people, they're under so much pressure culturally within these banks to do well. There's a desire to be the big hotshot trader in the future.
Yeah.
And the opportunities aren't that many.
Now, apparently, at the age of 32, we turn into our parents.
No problem. I have no problem. I really like my mom. I'm really happy if I look like her.
I think this is about parents, isn't it? Because it's what comes out of your mouth when you've got small children. I do.
Okay, Sally, have a go. What is it that your mum used to say that you say to your boys all the time?
Just do what I say. Just get on with it. Stop moaning. Get on with it. What about you, Komla?
Oh, me, it's just about everything. Go to your room, this, that.
Stop the back chat.
Virginie, we have run out of time. Thank you so much for being with us on the newspaper review.
Thanks for your company too. We will see you soon. Stay with us here on the BBC.